Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol UPL. We will take a look at the daily time frame. Been a while since I've last done this one, but want to get things updated here as from the technical perspective. Quite a few events happened, and it's a very interesting chart going forward. First big event that occurred, and this is by no means some sort of like revolutionary discovery on my part or anything like that. I assure you anybody that uses charts, understands charts, has taken notice of this, and that the price is broken down through this very historic area of support. Back there in early July, and then more recently, the price, was, to give full credit, was doing a great job of holding that support right there, basically at 16 cents. But then today, right there, you can see that level was finally broken. And I go through all that because that is where the first key level comes into play from a resistance standpoint. And it's a resistance because based on a foundational rule in charting, when levels of support are broken, they tend to act as resistance. So 16 cents, definitely a very important level going forward, and really one of those areas where the sooner the price can get back up above it, the better, because the last thing that the chart is now, has the threat of doing is a whole new round of kind of just slow and steady bleeding. Because it's now broken through that level, it's right now, I'm not saying it'll happen, but it's threatening to potentially now just start to enter into one of these things again. Right here, slow and steady bleed. Right there, slow and steady bleed. Of course, that one right there was not slow and steady. Right there, slow and steady bleed. Right there, slow and steady bleed. So again, that's why the sooner the price can get back above 16, that kind of eliminates the potential right now that this may just now be the start of a much bigger, slow and steady bleed. So the good news is, and this will mean a little bit more to those of you that have traded for a while, but if you've seen stocks in this price range, they can produce some very interesting snapback type bounces. So I'm not saying a snapback is for sure going to happen. I would say that, getting back above 16 cents sooner rather than later is still well within the realm of possibilities. Now, had this closed at like 8 cents today, that's a whole nother ball game, but it's still definitely within striking distance. So we'll see if the price can do that or not. If the price can push through it, next key level of resistance at that point will be the purple line up there, the 50-day simple moving average. But I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves because one hurdle at a time, and that first hurdle again at that 16 cent mark. As far as levels of support are concerned, nothing fancy or complicated behind this whatsoever, other than the fact of the party finally stopped, for the bears that is, so the bleeding finally stopped going down there right at the 12 cent mark. So 12 cents will be the key level of support going forward. So all in all, a rough day and a situation where, we'll see if this is the start of something bigger in terms of a slow and steady bleed to the downside, or if we can get some sort of snapback reaction, case in point right there. So we'll have to see what happens, but I know I'll be keeping an eye on it for Wednesday or for Thursday. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.